Too high-key thick.
Yeah.
Well, I think if you were to do an insight check on the audience, they would say he's not thick enough, but people will find out soon for themselves. Hi, friends. So first and foremost, congratulations. This is such a thrill to be talking to you about The Legend of Vox Machina, because I remember being there that night way back in March 2015 when Critical Role first went live. And it's so cool to see how far this journey has come. But I'm curious for you folks, you're in the middle of campaign 3 right now. What was it like stepping back into these characters, these roles that you spent so much time living and breathing? And was there anything new that you wanted to bring to them for this show?
I missed them so much. It was so nice. Yeah, it was wonderful revisiting these characters, and I mean, animation by itself is bringing something brand new to them, and telling the story in a new medium, and letting everyone, letting all of these wonderful, talented artists help us bring this to a screen. It's remarkable to see these stories brought to life in this way, and not just in the hundreds of hours of narrative storytelling that we got to do it the first time with.
Yeah, I think when the first campaign ended, all of us were a little devastated, that we were saying goodbye. So to get the opportunity to come back and play them again and embody them again in this way has been so amazing. Yeah, just a dream come true.
And we've loved everything we've done after campaign 1, but really the Vox Machina story is the sort of heart and soul of the entire story of Critical Role. Really, it's how it all happened. It's how our circle of friends went from friends to family, and how we fell in love with doing this thing that we do. So it was just a gift to go back.
Well, I think it's going to be a gift for fans of Critical Role, but also newcomers, because a lot of folks might feel intimidated by hundreds of hours of narrative content, and distilling that down is no easy task. But I think it's very accessible, especially for people that maybe have not experienced the world of Dungeons and Dragons or the world of Vox Machina before. So I'm very excited for people to experience that. But I'm curious, in that spirit of retrospective, what was your feeling like? Do you remember how you were feeling that first night on the very first episode of Critical Role compared to your last day working on The Legend of Vox Machina Season 1?
Oh, wow.
Just a light softball question for you.
Wow. I mean, I'll feel like the animated series is done when it airs. It doesn't feel done yet.
No. I feel like a little shift in that question. I feel like we felt very, very similar the very first time we played on screen to like the first time we got in the booth on the animated series, because the nerves were just, and excitement were overwhelming, and just having no idea what the reception was going to be, how it was going to come together in the way that it was. There's just like so many mixed emotions happening in those rooms.
We also, at the very beginning, I think in the back of our heads or out loud to each other, we're saying, this is not going to work. No one's going to watch this. And finishing up a season of this series, we look back and go, well, we were wrong.
Very, very wrong.
Sometimes it's good to be wrong, because then you come out learning something else. I'm curious, though, with that, what is the weirdest note that you gave about your character or the show, or the weirdest note that you received while making this? I'm always curious with how that changes over the course of time.
Oh man, I got into long discussions about weapon design, I will say, and the team was wonderful, and I never had to they never looked at me like I was a crazy person. Mostly was just explaining these ridiculous weapons it was an interesting process, and watching people who really understood what we were going for and what was possible in animation. It was amazing. I'm so happy with, honestly, every piece of design. I couldn't be happier with.
I think one of the most important things for me to make sure that it was coming across in the writer's room was, Vex can seem very standoffish or hard to people that don't know her, but it all comes from a place of protection. So I wanted to make sure that even in those early moments of the animated series where she comes across a little, maybe bitchy, I don't know, that it comes with a payoff,
I think I just maybe said that Vax is a little too big. for the first meeting. Just a hint too beefy.
Too high key thick.
Yeah. Take away the shoulder. The shoulder should be a little tighter in there.
Well, I think if you were to do an insight check on the audience, they would say he's not thick enough, but people will find out soon for themselves. I'm so excited for everyone to see this. I really appreciate you taking the time, and congratulations again. I'm so happy for you guys, and I think you guys made something really special here.
Thank you.
Man,
Dan.
Thank you so much.
Good to see you.
Good to see you as well.